How y'all doing? It's Naz.
I'm Malik.
Yeah, and this is Baseline Wisdom. You know, we started this podcast to talk about just life lessons, our basketball journeys and experiences. Mentoring through the game and just overall having authentic conversations with your brothers, your family. So we're here to give back to y'all from the game they gave to us.
Definitely understanding where the game may have taken you, where down different life journeys, stuff like that. So it's cool to hear different people come on and speak about where they started, where they ended up, how they got things going. So we just gonna branch off. We gonna branch off and get to it. So Nas, man, everybody been seeing you. You've been doing a lot of stuff, clothes and hooping. You've been all over the world. Like, tell us a little bit about that. Like, how you got started doing that.
For me, I had a teammate one time. Shout out Nick. I always call him Fo. It was my teammate at Clemson. But he always called me the hood Renaissance man.
Yeah.
And, for those who don't know what Renaissance man is, kind of similar to what a jack of all trades is.
Yeah.
So when we speak about, basketball, clothes, going across the world, doing certain things, I just say it was written for me, bro.
Yeah.
So I can't really put into a bottle to explain how I'm able to do a bunch of the things it is that I do.
Yeah.
I modeled this summer, which was a great experience too. But I just feel like, God has had a life scripted, and I'm doing my best to follow that script. I set out young to try to be a beacon of hope for my community.
Right.
And I wanted to be a lot of the things that I've never seen around. Basketball, and coupled with academics and other things, happened to be the vehicle that allowed me to be able to do these things. So exploring my creativity and every other facet of who I am as a person through the game of basketball is how I'm able to, it started my clothes journey and being a designer and having a voice and being different, because it's an art. Everything in this world is an art. So I've been fortunate enough to know that, the world was, God let me ride basketball, pause. But, he let me get in his car so the world can learn who I am and see my work ethic and do things. And then I can show them the masses of it. So, from just to specify it all, and I can get deep into the story if y'all want. Go to NazBohannon.com. It's going to tell y'all everything. But, I try to live life.
Yeah.
I try to be alive and not just go through day by day. So, to that, it's like, why can't I?
Yeah.
Anytime somebody told me I couldn't do it, I'm like, yes, I can. So, it's a balancing act, but
For sure.
I play basketball. I also am creative. Like, I grew up, I wanted to rap first, so I might do music here and there. It just takes having direction and then being able to embody all those things the correct way. Sometimes people may think that you lose focus, like the famous Soulja Boy video when he tells Angela Yee, why don't you have that many hustles, Some people may think I'm spreading myself thin, but no, I'm just trying to show kids that you can be you unapologetically for whatever you is. And for me, my life might not work for nobody else. But this is my lane, and they all actually go hand in hand. So as a basketball player, I get to be into fashion. We get to have tunnel fits, and then so why would I go wear somebody else's clothes? I might as well make them. That's my business mindset coming into play. And things of that sort. So that when you see it, I'm just trying to be a living testimony, bro.
I mean, we sitting here in your alma mater, man. I just walk around here and see Nas everywhere. They might as well call it Nas High School. So
chill.
I'm here. It's cool to be here and see some of the stuff you've done. The kids, obviously, with basketball. Not only that, but like just what you're doing after you've graduated. It's been years, since you've graduated. So just kind of seeing your journey. You kid from Lorraine, like. You would have never thought you was gonna do what you're doing now, or maybe you did, but just didn't know how to kind of maneuver to it. But I mean, it's cool what you got going on, what you're doing. You just want to keep building, which is great. I think it's the story to tell everybody which is kind of leading to why we started what we doing.
For sure, for
I know
sure.
we talked about this a little last summer, and we was like, yeah, this would be cool, and then we just kind of left it there, and then randomly this summer we like, you know what, let's get it going.
Let's do it.
Like,
Let's do it for
so
sure.
We just hit the ground, start running, which is that's cool.
For sure,
man.
from the ground up, from the ground up. That's it. It's from the ground up.
That's
You know,
where you start.
we always talk about the roads that grew from the concrete or turning gravel into porcelain.
100%.
And that's what we is.
That's it.
Nah, yeah. So for you, the crazy part about like me and Leek's relationship is like it feel like I've known Leek my entire life, and I can't even actually tell you the first time that I pinpointed and was like, we've been cool.
Yeah.
We met either through the Pro-Am.
It was Pro-Am.
Yeah,
I remember exactly what summer it was.
And through the journey, shout out V, the godfather of all, family over everything.
Sure.
And he's responsible for creating that field. But I want you to tell these folks about, bro, your overall journey and who you are, the things that you've been through, and the story that you have to tell. Because knowing you over the years, bro, you definitely are a guy that people should connect to and get close to, because you have a genuine story.
Absolutely. I mean, so for me, started off, I bounced around college-wise. I started off at a JUCO. Then I went to a school out in Kansas. First trip out of there, I'm like, I got a scholarship. I'm gone. So I drive all the way, put all my stuff in the car, drive to Kansas. I'm out there for a semester. I just like head coach ended up getting fired. I'm like, man, I'm homesick. I miss, that's the first time me really been outside of Cleveland for that long. So, long story short, I was there. I'm like, I got to get back to the city. So I come back home with no plan, no idea about what I'm going to do with school. School started reaching out to me like, hey, I heard you was home. How did y'all hear I was home? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So my boy, Josh Keys, actually was Josh Glass, they were at Muskingum. And I'm like, I'm hitting Josh Glass like, hey, man, put me together. He like, I'm going to get you up here. So I get up there, and, man, I love the campus. It was cool. Team wasn't too good, but it was cool to be around some of your boys. So I get out there, man, I do my thing. And like it was just fun. It gave me a chance to learn how to play basketball the right way. Especially bounce around. JUCO is different than a 4-year school. And 4-year school is different from JUCO. Yep. So it's like it's one of, it's not one and the same, but it's different. But after that, basketball fueled me getting my degree, and that was like the only thing that kept me going. If I didn't play basketball in college, there was no college. Like let's be real. Like there was no college.
That's what it's like for most of us, for sure, bro.
What I'm saying? Like there was
we ain't
no
paying
college.
for that.
So Brian with the Aviators reached out to me, just started a team out of Akron, and I was like, whatever, man, I'm gonna go try out. So I went to go try out. He liked me. We ended up actually scrimmaging Vance's team.
Okay.
He put together some guys. So it was like Jesse, Dud. Some of those.
Some of the OGs.
Guys.
The OGs
we
to the
ended
pro.
up coming to Bolts out in Akron. We ended up we scrimmaging. I was hooping, having a good time. He liked me, so I played with him for one season. Came off the bench after a couple games starting, which was sweet. Then I moved on to the next year, ABA All-Star. I was averaging 39 a game. 3-point shootout tab. I was getting to it.
You could shoot the laces off that ball for sure.
When I started going, man, it was just like meeting people along the way. I flew out to Hawaii, played against Hawaii Swish, which was really cool.
Okay.
And this big old gym. Like I'm talking about, it was packed, like 30,000 people, and I'm like, dang, this what it felt like. I said, well, the court, I'm like, but it was cool to just be able to see the world. So I saw the world in different aspects than you saw the world, which is cool. Our stories is different. But I mean, my love for the game kind of catapulted me to, meet these people, get these relationships. But I mean, honestly, bro, Vance laid the foundation for like me meeting like you and dudes that go to Ken and you know what I'm saying, everybody, and I know those relationships at Walsh, man. I carry some of those, and we just keep it going.
For sure.
I just remember watching you play at Walsh, and I'm like, bro, Nas so tough. Like you had the best summer I've probably ever seen you have. So I'm like, bro, Nas getting, he getting to it. Like you grabbing every rebound, you finishing. I'm like, he making y'all win. He was playing with Toddy B's at the time. I'm like, bro, he cooking. And then you had a couple other young sound dudes coming.
Came up.
Then we had Kent State. We didn't have Akron at the time. We had Kent State because it was playing with me.
Kent came.
But it was just cool, man. So like that was my journey. Just along the way, I obviously started coaching and stuff like that. But We'll get into all of that. You know, it's just
for sure. It's early.
Surface,
It's early. I think something that's important that we talked about that I want the viewers and these young kids to understand is that like we both talk about. You talk about seeing Hawaii. You talk about JUCO being different from college. Just kind of understanding your lane and running your own race and understanding that this ball can take you wherever it is that you want it to.
Real.
And at some point it will stop bouncing, but once it does, what could you create from it? The relationship that we created, this platform that we're going to create and be on, ability to be able to give back and mentor kids or that community like we talk about that V's built, and just these are things that you got to be able to take away and use the game. Don't let the game use you.
For sure.
So I think that's important to know. Like this journey, he been all the way to Hawaii, bro. Like starting even when you young and you AU, sometimes we take those things for granted.
For sure.
That the fact that you getting in the cars and going on road trips and
you
get to be exposed to stuff outside your community. For me, the first time I went and seen something that was significant was to go shoot a ball. I remember going to Niagara Falls at 10 years old and being like, nah, bro, I gotta move from home. I was the kid that everywhere we went to on the AAU trip, I'm like, nah, bro, I want to live here too. I want to move here. Telling my friends, like, bro, we got to go do something. But it's just a testament to what this ball can do for you if you let it. And if you control the journey, And like you said, it's giving you a degree, even though some of us might not like school, but they couple the same. And now they giving y'all millions of dollars to go to school if you do it the right way. But like, now you got a degree, which puts you in the door in society to do other things and to create a life away from basketball and have a foundation when that ball stops.
For sure.
That's
like, like one thing is like, and I know people relate to this, like when you ever go to a gym or a court outside, you find a ball, you be like, I know that's not my ball, but I'm a hooper, it's gotta go with me, you know what I'm saying? But then you go to another court and you lose that ball. Somebody else grabbed that ball, but they don't even know the journey that ball been on. Like, all right, maybe I just found it, but it could have been 3-4 other places before it got to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it tells a story within itself, and I feel like sometimes we too naive. Sometimes when it comes to like if a school reach out, the Division III school, you like, I'm not going there. Like I'm going to go. You start somewhere. You want to go where they want you, not where you want to be at.
Sure.
And I feel like that's the problem with our youth now. They're reaching for like stuff that's not in their realm of grasp.
And they grasp.
Yeah, and it's just like we gotta be realistic with our expectations and our dreams and our goals.
For sure.
And we're not saying not shoot for the stars, but we gotta make sure it makes sense, and like getting film is everything.
Come on.
And if you get no film,
and what we talking about? Like, I'm a kid who I have direct. What's the word I'm looking for? Examples of the other side.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we hungry. Yeah. I know what home can bring. Who am I to tell you, nah, I'm not coming to your school? Right. It's an opportunity. That's all we need. So, coach might have gave me 10 minutes, but that's 10 more minutes than somebody else ain't getting. And I need to be able to get out there and show what it is that I can do, because 100%. You never know who's in the gym. You never know what that opportunity can bring. The way you play basketball may say a lot about your character. Wow. There may be a CEO sitting in that stand that's like, hey, man, that kid working hard, he hustling, he going to get every rebound. That's my type of guy, that hard, tough-nosed dude. And they take likings to you. I've gotten jobs to this day purely based off the way that I play basketball. Yeah. And then they care about the person that they meet away from 100%. That. But, to these young kids, like, we can't, excuse my French, but you can't shit on an opportunity. For sure. And you got to be receptive to being able to learn from any and everybody.
And I think it's just because they feel like it wasn't in their goals. Like that wasn't a part of their plan, is to go to a Division III or go to a JUCO. Like nowadays, for the next couple forever, it's gonna be you gotta go JUCO in order to get whatever it is. You even to go to the D3s, you might have to go JUCO. Because I'm playing those transfer guys in the portal. I'm not going to high school like, that kid, I'm gonna get you all potential. Like it's not how it's going. Sense. And I feel like that's the thing that they're running into. But I think this will help guide some of those minds that
for sure.
We just want to get a hold of those minds, let them know like, hey, it's cool to run your own race, like you said. Like whatever your race is, what your race is, you know, whatever's in God's cards. When you was born, he had the cards dealt already.
For sure.
It was already dealt. You just taking your time flipping them over, and now you see it with your life, you know, as created. So, just step by step, man. Just take your time.
Brick by brick, lay a brick a day. I think it's a perfect time to get into our segment, Guided by the Game. So on Guided by the Game, each episode we gonna get into a topic about something that basketball has taught you, and you know, something that you can take away from the game specifically, and we gonna go into our journeys and our future guest journeys for examples of what this game has taught them about the topic we bring up. So today's topic, Lee, that I thought of is, you know, what's a time during your basketball journey where the game has taught you about being patient and being persistent?
I mean, for me, like I told you, just kind of bouncing around from school to school. When I obviously started off in high school, dude, I was one of those in high school. Like I was, you know, above average, pretty good, you know, leading my team. So I thought my next step was gonna be, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing I did in high school at this level, and then you know I'm in the NBA. Like that was my thought. But when it didn't happen how it was supposed to, I had to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. I didn't quit on my journey, my goal. Call Lakeland, hey, look, I'm coming to Lakeland, and it was like, you know, we want you, whatever. So I go there, get some film, redshirt my freshman year because I figured I wasn't that good. And I'm like, man, these dudes from Jersey, these dudes from Chicago, they hooping. I'm cool. I'm all right, but they like that.
I got to catch them.
Yeah, so like, you know, I had to take time. Man, I didn't miss one practice during my red shirt. I'm coming to practice every day, getting extra work in, just trying to be on the same level. But that's me, you know, that's my persistent. Like, I'm going to stay in the gym, I'm going to get better. You know, I love this. Is this something I want to do? Yeah, I always want to get a scholarship and sign that, you know, letter of intent. That mean a lot. Once you get that feeling, you never want to get rid of that feeling. So it just made me hungry, keep going. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that just catapulted, but it just kept going on and on. With everything I do now is like, oh, I got to love it. You know, I'm in love with it, so I'm in love with the process. So, I mean, just like this, like we talked about it a year ago, we was like just randomly, hey, let's get going, let's call some people, let's, you know, whatever. But we had slow grind, slow persistence to it, but we never forgot about the idea that we came up with, which is why we're here. But for you, how would that work out for you?
I'm gonna go into a specific, but like I just know, like young, on my first ever basketball team, we was taught hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Sure.
So like the funny story is, young me, I got found playing basketball at a park, you know, and the more they dive into my story, you'll know the more gist of it. But like, bro, I was the worst one. I just always had a motor.
For sure.
So like I remember, bro, my first ever free throw, I shot over the hoop. The next one, I airballed, bro. But like, I'm 0 points, 13 rebounds. I'm that kid, you know?
For sure.
And so I say by 4th grade, I'm the worst. But I get in the gym, and by 6th grade, I'm the best on the team.
That's tough.
And 6th grade, I also play a team, the Indy Hoosiers, where we lose to Gary Trent, we lose to Michael Porter. They all on the same team. They beat us by 70 points. By 8th grade, I'm at Fab Frost All-American camp, and I'm playing these same dudes again. So my journey has always kind of been about, I'm going to catch you. When it's time to catch you, I'm going to catch you. I'll speak about college, though, specifically. Kind of just like you. You know, we in an alma mater. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but that's all my accolades from school there. Leaving high school, nobody would have thought that I was going to go down the road to Youngstown State.
For sure.
Honestly, I didn't know that they had a college until I went down there. And that's with no disrespect. I'm getting recruited in both basketball and football, you know, and being like the first one from home to actually go through the entire recruiting process, it becomes exhausting.
For sure.
But I go down there, you know, want to be an engineer, be cool, but I'm probably on campus for maybe 3 hours. I hoop in open gym. My mindset is crazy. Dad, I'm finna come here for 2 years. I'm finna average 20. I'm to the leagues. We doing what we gotta do, bro. When you get to those first actual practices, it's a wake-up call. So I have some success out the gate because I have a coach that likes me and likes how I play. So my physical, like me being physical, was enough. Skill-wise, I wasn't ready for that.
For sure.
So my journey took time. So I averaged 9-9 in the conference as a freshman, but I'm 9-5. My numbers ain't this. And it's a slow grind. Every year was maybe 1 or 2 more points, maybe a couple more rebounds here. And then by senior year, my time took off, and it all paid. The grind paid off, and now I'm 17-8-3 by the time I leave there, which led to more opportunities. But that was just a testament of like, I can't lose myself. We talk about running your own race, staying in the understanding of like, nah, this is what's best for Nas. And divine timing. Your time gonna come when it's your time. I can't hate on Lee. We on the same team. We got the same goal. The reality is we both ain't getting to the NBA. But the chances of us both getting somewhere are better if we both help this team win in the right 100%. Sense. So just staying down, staying down till you come up. And that's me, bro. I was a person who I won't bleed the gym, but I couldn't understand how to do an actual workout. My first time seeing a shooting gun was getting in school, bro. I have a shooting gun. I was in love with the park, and so I had a motor and I had that. But if you put somebody in front of me, I had go. And when it was time, give me a coach. I'm gonna work hard. What's done in the dark gonna come to the light. And I've been catching people, bro. To this day, I've been catching people.
I agree.
My pro journey is that same way, bro. I go over there as a pro after I get, I come late because I did the NFL stuff. Get on the team. The team tell me when I get there, I ask over the phone, what do you need me to do? Y'all got 3 dudes averaging 16, 15, 14. Y'all number 1 in the league. What do you need me to do? Hey, we don't need a guy. We want a guy. I also hear that, they tell the dudes when I'm coming, he's a contingency plan. So if he does work out. But I got my own agenda about it.
For sure.
So I come. First 3-4 games, I ain't playing. I'm calling my agent. Yo, bro, I could have. Come on, bro. I could have went somewhere else. What we talking about, bro? The coach come have a conversation with me. I was overweight. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing the football stuff. So when they asked me was I in shape, I'm like, yeah, come on. I needed a job. So I get over there, bro. I'm probably 20 pounds overweight. But luckily, he like, bro, my dad coached football. I know it's going to take some time to get you into it.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a game. We lose to the team that's second in the conference, mind you. So the coach come after the game like, Nas, mind you, I played 2 minutes. Shout out Coach Ty. Love Coach Ty to this day. But I played 2 minutes. He come to me the next practice like, yo, bro, we talk about plus and minuses here. Like if you're going to be out there, you're going to have to do something. I need you to be there. If you was at home in Ohio and we playing pickup, you would try to get all 7.
Yeah.
My first thought is like, yo, bro, what are you talking about plus and minuses for? I played 2 minutes, bro. Like, it's nothing. I didn't have no effect over if we won or lost that game. But you told me enough. Say less. I know what to do, but make sure you tell them dudes that. Because I'm coming late, joining the team. I got to deal with what y'all got going on. Make sure you tell them that I'm finna be the catalyst to what's going on.
Let them know.
By the time the season over, I'm starting. I'm cooking. I'm doing what I'm doing. We in the finals. I got 20 in the first game of the finals. I'm doing my thing. We win a championship. Overseas, you win a championship, your team get promoted to a higher league. Cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm on now. I just stole a rookie season in 4 or 5 months. Like, let's do it. I know there's no way y'all can't bring me back. I signed a deal where, y'all got an option to bring me back this next year. Well, I know I did what I was supposed to. They keep my rights for 2-3 weeks after the season, up until the deadline, they say. Call my agent. Hey, bro, we ain't going to keep him. I hit my agent like, all right, so what's up? What's next? We didn't see that in the cards. Nas, it surprised me too. I haven't really been pushing you in the way that I thought because I thought they was going to bring you back. I'm like, bro, what? Sour taste in my mouth. Like, y'all crazy, bro. Like, I was a catalyst. I was a big part of making sure this shit made sense. And ever since then, I've been scraping and clawing, getting my head above water to get to the top league.
For sure.
Because I feel like I've done enough, but then people didn't feel like it. These people didn't want to give me an opportunity. So when I'm barking and I'm that guy and I'm in that attitude of it, it's no, but I've been persistent because my time gonna come. And now that opportunity, I didn't knock to the point to where the door got a hole in it.
For sure.
And now I'm putting my foot in it. And if you let me get my foot in it, the shoulder and the rest of it coming through. And now you got to show me. We lined up. You got to show me. And now I'm here because I earned my time to be here. I didn't complain. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I took less than what I wanted to. I went and built something brick by brick. And, I persevered. So them 2 exact times where, this game taught me about being patient and gearing it up for when it's time to.
I mean, mine ain't gonna top that. That that in itself was more than what I could have. I mean, I'm like, all right, like I felt like I just got let down when they let me go, like So when I hear that, I mean, dude, that's to put that effort in and that stay locked in. Like I don't think people understand not playing. Like I don't think people really get the idea of not playing. Like. When you just sitting there game after game after game and your shoes tight, your warm-up still on, you go through warm-up line hard thinking you getting in.
You bust your ass at practice all week. You feeling like, bro, I'm nicer than that dude.
For sure, just to get no minutes, but you stay locked in. Like you still got to show up. You got a job to do. You got to work, And I think, we always talk about the people at the end of the bench in the NBA, the dudes who don't play or whatever, but they can go to any open gym and go crazy. They'll pull up to any pro-am, any whatever, they'll go nuts.
Go stupid.
I feel like you just gotta, you gotta humble yourself, but then you also want to keep building, which is great. So you're on your way to doing something that, people would have never thought you would have done in the city, which is great. You had any other offers besides Youngstown?
Oh man, I had I wasn't a 5-star, but by God's will, I could have went to, just about anywhere in the country through academics, basketball or football. So football, I had high majors, bro. I had Michigan State. I had Iowa. I had Kentucky. I had some of the Naval Academy schools. I had and I was a kid again based off raw talent. Yeah. I didn't run a 40 in high school. I wasn't lifting weights. I wasn't doing any of that. I had a coach, Coach McFarland. Yeah. Love him to death. He was a player's coach. Taught us how to read offenses, read defenses, do whatever. But his favorite thing was players make plays. My job is to get the people here to see you. Your job is, to do the rest. If I can bring them to you, and now it's on you to bet on yourself. Same thing with, AAU. Shout out Mike Duncan, the director of OBC at that time. When I made the switch to play for OBC, Naz, take this paper. There's a list 10 schools you want to go to. Our next AAU tournament, all 10 schools on the baseline. Now it's on you. If you are who you believe that you are, it's time to show up. And that's who I was. So, basketball, I had a bunch of the MAC schools. I had Kent State. I had Bowling Greens. I had the Toledos. I had some schools that said I could play both. I went on a visit to Tulane. They said I could play both. Cincinnati was telling me I can play both. So I had a plethora of schools. So by God's grace, I was able to have some options. Yeah. And I teeter-totter, what do I want to do? Yeah. So in love with basketball and the details of basketball and everything that came with it. And we had some success here that made us feel like we was living in a movie. Right. Football, I loved too and grew to love. I didn't like football practice, I'm going to be honest with you. Football practice. But the one game a week, all of that, it's a grind. Yeah. But I was like, I would do it because this can change my life and it can make sense. And the way the world works, you talk about persistence and, patience and whatever else it was. Yeah. Who knows that 4 years down the line, God got an NFL opportunity written in the cards for me. You never know. But that's a testament again to what I said in the beginning. I'm just living life, whatever it was that was wrote for me. So, yeah, bro, I could have went to a bunch of places. I had some Ivy League schools. I went on a visit to Princeton, and that was enough to tell me I didn't want to go Ivy League. Won't lie to you. I had the grades. I was fine. Me and my mom got in the car, drove from here to Jersey, go to Princeton. I hoop, I do the whole nine. But I'm like, I know myself. And can I make it work? Yeah. Ivy League degree, black dude, whatever, you be completely set. You also have to be open and honest with yourself. We talked about kids not reaching for stuff outside their grasp. It wasn't outside my grasp, but am I going to actually be happy? We talk about kids not reaching outside their grasp, but running your own race, staying in your lane, things of that sort. It's bro, you have to do what's for you. You have to know you. You have to be open and honest with yourself. So it may take putting your pride and ego to the side. For sure. So for sure, like I was saying, I could make it and I could be an Ivy League dude. Yeah. But I like being social. Right. I was the kid that wanted to throw parties. I was the kid that was a dork too. I was the kid that was a jock that they call it. Basketball, football, this, that, and the third. But I also was the kid that, I could go build some tech stuff if I needed to. So I know what was for me. And I did what was for me. For sure. So I went to what fit. And a lot of these kids need to go to what fits them.
Have you ever thought of like some of the kids from like our area, like Cleveland, like inner city Cleveland, those schools like that, that get these big names, big offers. My cousin actually went to Georgetown, so out of Lutheran East, he went to Georgetown, and then he ended up at Eastern Michigan. But then I started looking at all these other people who go to these big names and then end up back in, a mag school or, whatever. And I've been trying to figure out like what's going on that's making them, like Cody Head, he went, he went out the way and then to come back and go to Akron, which is, that's still sweet to me. But I watched his development as a player, which is great. But I think he figured out, hey, like it's about me playing and performing.
Yeah, for sure.
Not just being somewhere, out
the
the
big
way
name,
because we
bright
want to
lights,
go. Like that's
sure.
what we want to do. We want to, we want to jump out there and go and experience this lavish life that everybody talking about. But really, it's not doing nothing but putting us a step behind because we're not fulfilling what we need to. We're just doing something based off of pure feeling, not
for sure
emotional connection. So that's deep.
Yeah, and I think too, like the purpose of the podcast, the purpose of what we doing is for those type of kids
100%.
because there's not a lot of people who navigated those lanes that these kids can come talk to and direct to.
Yeah,
we talk about, the overall family feel through the program and through whatever things that connect us. This game of basketball creates a vast network.
Sure.
So now we sit in these seats to where I'm a kid who's been to both.
Yeah.
I went to a mid-major first, and I played 4 years at a mid-major, and then I got the COVID year, so I went to a high major. So I got to live both lifestyles.
Yeah.
So now I can tell a kid through experience, here's why you need to go to what fits for you. Yes, we grow up how we grow up. We want to fall in love with the bright lights and the big shows and the things that come with it. And now they giving super NIL deals. They're like, come on, bro. I wasn't playing at first when I got to Clemson, and like that wasn't what was promised to me. But cool, I stuck through it. I made it make sense, and then it ended up working for me, and it was okay. But bro, I'm a kid from the inner city of Lorraine, and you telling me, bro, I was on a private jet, and then we taking charter flights. You talking meals, you talking a nutritionist, you talking all of that is sexy. But if we talking about your actual basketball career and your journey, go somewhere and play to where you're going to develop as the best player possible. Because there's no substitute for experience. So I like to say this to people. If you're a kid who goes to a mid-major straight out the gate, right, and you get to play, you get to be a part of a winning situation, or you get to build, or you get to develop and learn your game, versus the kid who leaves here and he goes high major right away. Some dudes are high major guys.
Right.
Some dudes are going to go there and have to work their way into it.
Sure.
If you got one or two high major offers, you're not a high major guy. And that's just not me. Like, with all respect to you, it's the truth. You are where, the most of it lies. So the kid who goes to the mid-major and he plays, let's say he plays, and from freshman year, he gets the all-freshman team, and now he's at 25 minutes a game sophomore year. Junior year, he's stepping into his own. He all league these years. He is who he is. The kid who left here and went to Ohio State, he redshirts his first year. Yes, he's getting top notch, development and working his body out and doing everything, but he didn't get no actual experience.
Right.
The next year, he may get 7 to 8 minutes. The year after that, he might have worked his way into 12. Or they recruited over you and you got something going on. So by junior year, you done passed him up. Because his last real experience playing basketball, he was 18 years old and a senior. So if we all trying to get to what it is, and that's being a pro, whether that's NBA or you're going to go overseas, everybody going to end up in the same place. You got to go do what's the best for your basketball life and career.
100%.
Because I'm telling you, like, there's dudes overseas, they ain't looking at, dude went here and there. Yes, there's some politics that play into your starting point. But, like, bro, there's D2 guys over there that's the highest paid. There's mid-major dudes over there that make $2-3 million. We talk about Mike James. Like, this is a dude who went to a school that, you wouldn't have thought of, you wouldn't have knew. Let's look at the NBA. You talking about Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. All of these dudes is mid-major guys. You talking about Jalen Williams on OKC for somebody more recent. These are dudes who went to mid-major schools, got to play their game, got to develop, got to learn everything about it, and be who they are. So, don't get caught up in the extraness of it. So, speaking from experience and speaking, through and for these kids,
No, real.
That's the wisdom I got to give.
No, definitely. But obviously to wrap it up, if it's people who want to reach out to be a part of the show, we love guests. If you want to tell a story, you want to come be a part of whatever the next episode is, obviously you can reach out to me on Instagram. Obviously, Naz on Instagram, NazBohannon.com.
Yeah, NazBohannon.com.
You can figure it out, pull up to a local rec, wherever. But yeah, reach out, man. We we'd love to make the connection. We won't say no. We won't say no to anybody. So we definitely want to have as many guests as we can because it's mad stories out there for people to tell, and we want to just create a platform for you to be open and just kind of get your story out there. Because maybe this kid next to me, man, they might not need to hear, but somebody else down the line might hear it and be like, "That's what I needed to hear." Just kind of say where you came from. But I appreciate y'all for y'all time, man. Obviously, we just go keep it going.
Yeah, you said it, bro. You said it, bro. That's a wrap. This is Baseline Wisdom.